Hey guys, me and Cheddar are camping. Cheddar is just over there doing Cheddar type things, barking at the sheep on the hill up there. Earlier on he tried to chase a goose, which isn't a good thing for a dog of his size to do, because the goose will probably give him a nasty bite anyway. Yeah, so we're camping, but I don't think this would be a very good intro, so how about we do some sort of drive-in montage? So this is a Dutch Army M90 sleeping bag or something. I was looking on this Army Surplus website and I saw this one bag, and the review basically said this is a really good bag. This is the second best bag you could get if you can't get the Dutch M90 sleeping bag. So I thought, well, that's the one I'm going to Google. So I Googled it and I found it. It's probably going to be way too warm for me because it's boiling at the moment and it's not meant to be this hot. Well, no one predicted some sort of poo. So we'll chuck that in there. So the drive up was pretty cool. We lost our way once, but that was fine because it worked out quite well, because we stopped in a lay-by to check the map, and it coincided with Cheddar taking a massive dump as well. So fortunately, and there was a bin next to the car, so it all worked out well. He didn't dump in the car, he did on the side of the road, and I picked it up. I put it in a bag and then put it in the bin. Yeah. So thanks for that. It was very warm and squidgy. But and then as we came down here, I don't know if you saw the lanes. So yeah, we do drive on lanes like that quite often. I got to a bit where the road was closed, and obviously I saw the sign saying road's closed, but I don't know whether the road is closed within 100 yards or 100 meters, or whether it's closed in a mile. So I figured, and even when they do close the roads, they usually leave them open slightly for local access. So I thought, since the campsite was just down the road, it might be fine, but no, it was properly blocked. So then I turned around, and then there was a firewood delivery blocking the road, and the guy just looked at me and went, 5 minutes, mate. I was like, yeah, okay. We're in the middle of nowhere. No one rushes around here, obviously. And you know, we're chilling anyway, so who cares? And then I found a way here, and I have to go the long way around. But owner seems pretty chilled. We're the only ones here. I have been checking the site, and no one else has booked, so that's cool. There's only one toilet on site, so I've brought my own. But since we're the only ones here, they're letting me use their toilet, which is great. So it's a tidy sized field. There's a couple of pods at the end, and they're basically just wooden sheds. This wheelbarrow is, they lend you this to move your stuff from the car over. So I got my little chair, got some cans by there, got a little thermos with some tea in it. I got my own stew brew as well. So I just got some crap over here. This size tent, do you know, it seems really small when there was the 4 of us, but since the 4 of us no longer want to go camping, it's just me, and if I'm going camping they're going to force me to take the dog, then this is like a mansion. It's great. So I've just got all my crap that side. I've got loads of wood in some of those bags up there. They have said I could use whatever wood's over there, but I'll probably just use mine. And then this side, so I've just put the 1 bedroom up. I was planning on doing the 2 if I was going to use the toilet. I would have had a kind of like an ensuite. No, it wouldn't be an ensuite, would it? It would have been across the hall bathroom. So in here then, sleeping bag, Ched's bed, and then I got my clothes and a box full of gadgets over there. So we've already used 1 battery on the camera, so hopefully that earlier footage will be worth the while. It's just after 4, so I'm taking Cheddar on a little walk around the village, just seeing the local sites, seeing what's here, seeing what shops here, just in case I need anything. It's a pretty little village, river going right through it. One of those places where everyone knows everyone, so people tend to stare when they see someone who's not local. Oh, another one there. He looks like he wants to start some trouble. Come on. Okay, so I promised Mrs. Stew that I would get down into a river and drink it like Les Stroud, the Survivor Man, would do. So here goes. How can I want it? Don't want it. All right. Nice. So I've just come into this wooded area and it looks like a hotel up ahead, and I believe this is where the well was that this village was named Llangammarch Wells. It was always called Llangammarch, but then they added a Wells at the end of it, like the Victorians used to do for laughs and stuff. And apparently one day during a drought, a farmer was looking for one of his pigs, and he happened to find the pig wallowing in a wet patch in the river. Now remember I said there was a drought, so he tried some of the water that the pig was wallowing, and it tasted different to how the water tasted normally. And when they had it analysed, they realised it had high concentrations of barium, which apparently has medicinal properties. So then this place became known for its barium wells. See, it's not just top laughs, history as well. Curiouser and curiouser. Looks like some sort of concrete skeleton. Maybe they were going to build a building here. Shall we take a closer look? So some weird structure of some kind. I definitely think it's the skeleton from a building they were planning on making. But it's about as far as I'm going to go, because little Cheddar wants to follow me and obviously he can't, and I'm not going to carry him. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to take some pics, and then that way then I can ask people back in town what it was, and maybe they'll be like, "You fool, don't go near the structure." I don't know why they talk like that. I mean, that's not how they talk around here, but maybe that's what they'd say. If you can see the house in the background, there you go. Definite serial killer house. It's very bad. It kind of looked abandoned, but yet still not abandoned. It's sort of kept to a bare minimum. The sort of house where you think, oh, I'll go and explore that, and the next thing you know, someone's wearing your skin. Yeah, so I like sending pictures of things like that to Mrs. Stew, because she watches all kinds of creepy stuff and creepy stories on YouTube, and yeah, so I'm sending her pictures of that weird structure and the weird house, and so now until I send her the next weird thing, she will think that I'm being eaten. So, oh well, those hills over yonder distance. Yeah, the maps didn't really do them justice. I'm going to be going up them tomorrow. I'm being shouted at by a sheep. Hello, sheep. Bah. See if I can get him to call back. Nah. Nah. I'm just trying different accents. Oh, never mind. As soon as I walk away, you'll probably do it. As soon as I switch off the camera. I've switched it off now. No, didn't work. So let's have a 360 view. Or 360 pan, so I can show you my view. Wow. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So we just headed back down that way. That should take us back into the village, and then we're going to head back to the campsite, spark up a fire and cook some food. How does that sound, little Cheddarino? They started coming closer, and then Cheddar walked back and they ran off. Yeah, you run away! What's up, dudes? What's your names then? 73 and can't quite see it. Maybe 75. Oh, getting right in there. Well, 75 getting right in there. You go, girl, boy, whichever one you are. Wow, they haven't even got names. Well, I suppose they have. It's just their names and numbers. So clearly I had to send a picture of this to Mrs. Stew, because now she is now going to believe that I've been crushed under a massive boulder that's probably fallen from the quarry, or have stumbled across some old explosives and blown myself up. She won't possibly believe that I was smart enough not to go in there. So we've just seen another pheasant. He came running, we obviously startled him, he came running out of here, ran up the path and flew off. Shame I didn't get to see him. Can't see it. Hasn't flown anywhere. Well, obviously it has flown somewhere. Hasn't flown. Oh look! Zorro's been here. Clearly, if I send that to Mrs. Stew, she'll probably think it's some sort of occult symbol. And she'll think that sometime during the night, I'm going to get murdered by Satanists. So, yeah, I need to send that picture right away. How is he supposed to eat with distractions like that? So I think I've broken the dog. His water's turned over. He's still got a massive bone he's hardly touched, and a bowl of food he's hardly touched. He just needs to sleep the little walk off. I mean, it wasn't a huge walk, about 3.5 miles. Yeah, I'll put this bone, I'll move this bone so it doesn't get full of bugs. Got the fire going. Once he wakes up, he'll be He'll be full of the joys of spring and he'll be shouting. So, is that on there? Looks a bit wonky. No, that's fine. Cheddar's just woken up. He doesn't really want to do much. Sun's starting to go down. It is now. What's the time? 25 to 7. Let's go and see these guys over here because they're giving a bit of a quack. Oh, it suddenly got a bit warmer, so I'm over. Obviously, you can see the shade line there. See his Cheddar. He's like, "What? You going without me?" And they're wandering off. So I'm gonna head back because I'm encroaching on their territory. See, this is why I'm usually wearing a hat. Look at my hair. Anyway, Cheddar's tucking into his bone. Water's boiling up nicely. I've also got sweet corn and jacket potato in the middle, and I've got my lamb mince cooking nicely there. What I'm going to do is when I put the rice on, I'm going to pour the juice from this into the rice, boil that up nicely, and then obviously I could have made like a patty and made a burger, but I don't want to do that. I just want to just add some add it straight to the rice. Going to once I finish my can, I'm going to boil up an egg, and then I can add that to the rice as well. We're going to be feasting tonight. Food's come along well. Jacket potato is done. So easy way to tell that it's done is it'll just, you stick something in it, stick your knife, stick your skewer, whatever you got, stick it in it and it will just slide straight out. It's all soft in the inside. Lamb doing nice, rice is doing nice, sweet corn, that was still a little bit frozen. Speaking of which, I've got my cool bag in there, or cooler, what do you call them, just there. I looked at the weather, it says it's going to dip below freezing tonight, which is cool because, obviously cool, which is great because it means I can get my ice packs out, I'll lay them on the ground and hopefully they'll refreeze overnight, and I can chuck them back in the cooler tomorrow and they'll keep everything cold all day tomorrow. I'll probably move the cooler back into the car. I left it in the car earlier until I came back from the walk because I figured it would be colder in the car, or better shaded than in the car. Okay, so my second battery is about to die. Just tucking into my jacket potato now. That is lovely. So I've got some sprinkly cheese on it and some barbecue sauce. Now I got the grated cheese because it's just easier, and barbecue sauce means it's easier. It'll be easier for breakfast because I am going to use butter on the bread or wraps or whatever I've got. You know, it'll just be a lot easier. Oh, it's steaming up my lens. Oh, this is lovely. So in the end, I decided I would just fry an egg because it was quicker due to the time. The rice was so far gone that I thought we wouldn't have. What is absolute disaster? Let's try that again. Okay, so I've just exhausted my second battery, and it's hard to crack an egg whilst also holding a camera at the same time. So let's just, there we go, chuck that in there. If he didn't have a bone, I would give that to Cheddar because he loves chewing on an eggshell. Have a perfect egg, and then just mix up this one. Chuck it in there as well. We finished our beer, so now we're going to be checking out our first stew brew. So this one, there's nothing difficult about this. You buy the kits already. I mean, yeah, you can go full on. You can make it all yourself. You can boil up your grains and a bit of grass. Get out. Boil up your grains and whatever if you want to, or you can just buy them already done. So that's what I've done. This is just like a malt extract kit, and then what you do then, bit frothy, and a waste of good beer. And then yeah, you put it in a bucket with some yeast and some sugar, and then you leave it for a couple of weeks, and then you put it in some bottles with another little bit of sugar to make it fizzy, and then you drink it after a few more weeks, well, a few months. So this one was made in August 2020. 2020, not a good year. Just eating my food. So I got my rice, my lamb, a bit of egg in there as well. Got a little bit of cheddar there. He's eating his bone now, so that's cooling down nicely. He's on holiday, so let him eat like a pig or like a dog, because it's basically the same thing. So just chilling here with the fire. You can't see me if I don't use the torch, so I'm going to just shine my torch on it for a bit. I just finished the sweet corn now. It was mainly charred. It's been on there for a long time. It was nice though, kind of like a dessert. I don't like sweet corn if it's not on the cob and not done on the barbecue. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Yeah, so I've just chucked a few more sticks on the fire now. I'm gonna chill in front of the fire for a bit, and then it'll be time to go to bed. I'm really hoping that we'll see some nice stars tonight, because where we are, it is fairly there's not much light pollution, and there's no clouds tonight either, so we should have a nice star show tonight. Whether I'll be able to pick that up on camera, I doubt it, but if I can, I will show you. Well, good morning. It is a little after 10. Cheddar's over there, not eating his food. I've got the little stove going, boiling up some water. The pan's still a little bit slimy from the rice yesterday, so that'll add to the flavour of the tea. I fell asleep just after 10 last night. Had a good sleep. Woke up about, I think it was about -1 when I went to sleep. And yeah, don't mind me. And I had a good sleep. I woke up probably about 4:30, needing to go to the toilet. And it was about -5. That's what it said on the for Celsius on the thermometer. Got back into bed. I was a bit cold. I changed into a warmer top, and I was okay then. And then it seemed to get a little colder after that, but I wasn't too bad. And then I sort of, at about 7ish, I was more or less awake, but I dozed in bed until about 9ish, waiting for the sun basically to warm things up. And yeah, we're up now, washed, cooking some breakfast. Well, Cheddar's not eating his breakfast. I've just picked it up off the floor once. He's probably going to spill it again. But yeah, so far, having a good time. So I'll check in later when I'm cooking my food. There you go. This will be breakfast, except I'm just going to bung it in a wrap. Bit of barbecue sauce. Saves me bringing any butter or anything. Job done, and then I'll put another square sausage on and start the whole process again. Probably have about 3 of these, I reckon, for breakfast, and that'll see me through till tea time. Mr. Woodpecker's back out. Do you hear that? Yeah, Mr. Woodpecker. Yep, I really thought they were getting closer. There's one just there. On cue. One over there. No. And these guys. Oh, there you go. And now this guy. No. Him. Him. Nah, I must have rumbled them and they're like, nah, we're not doing it anymore. Coming closer. How close will they come? Cheddar's tied up. Oh, hang on. They're freaking out because I just took Cheddar's lead and herded them up that way. So obviously a real herding dog would be able to move direction. You would move their direction by like whistle or command. Obviously Cheddar isn't trained for that, so I had to physically move him into position so he would then scare the chickens away. So it was quite funny. And now they're going crazy. Like, this is a dog! Yeah! No, he doesn't know what he's doing. But the human does. And she's come back. Yeah, they're my eggs. Well, I mean, not mine, but I brought them. They're not from your chickens. Whoa, look, see, this is why I didn't want you over here. Come on. I didn't need to use the dog earlier. I could just herd them myself. and one from the other direction as well. It's me and Cheddar just gone for our hike today. We're already about a mile in. Don't think it's going to be as big a hike as I'd had in mind today. Reason being, it has been very, very hot today already, and secondly, one of my boots is wearing on the heel, so I can already feel a blister coming. So I'll see how we feel. I mean, by the looks of it, I don't know if you can see that up there. That looks like it's the path that we're going up. So I don't know if the camera does it justice, but that's a very steep slope. So yeah, I've got loads of water with us, so we're gonna, although Cheddar's more than happy to be drinking out some rancid puddles, which probably explains the colour of the poo he did this morning. Half the battle is finding out how all the different gates work. So there's a few different routes up the hill, and I figured the most interesting one would probably be the one straight through the dark, scary forest. Yeah, I'm gonna have a stop at it in a minute. Have some water. Just taking the opportunity to have a sit down, a little bit of water, and put my coat and hat on. It's starting to get quite chilly now, and I imagine it's going to get windy towards the top of the hill. Sun's not as strong as it was earlier, so I don't know if it's gone behind some of the clouds. Not many clouds in the sky. I don't know if we're halfway up the hill or whether we're at the start of it. I don't know what's start of a new hill. I don't know, but it's quite steep. So anyway, I'm going to plod on. Now this is the part where you should be pulling me, Cheddar. Not when we're going down a hill or on the flat and you see something like a cat or a duck or something. No, when we're walking up a really steep hill, this is where you should be pulling me up. I'm not pulling you up. Well, I was nowhere near halfway when I thought it was. Probably more like a quarter. But at least it's starting to level off now. The sun's back out, so I've taken my coat and my hat off, so I don't want to sweat. Because if I sweat and then it becomes overcast and cold again, that's when I'm going to start shivering, so not good. Just a little shot of the woods there, just so Mrs. Stew can just say to herself, yep, definitely big feet in there. Bigfoots aplenty. Definitely. So hopefully I'm not that far away from the top. Come on, Cheddar. Come on. Come on, dog. Danger, military firing range, keep out. Military firing range, keep out while red flags or lights are displayed. I'm guessing that's a red flag. Okay. Danger. When access allowed, access is restricted to public rights of way. Do not touch or any military debris. It may explode and kill you. We don't want that to happen, do we? Okay, so there is a field that runs parallel to this. I think we can just walk that way. Probably just a coincidence, but lots of army vehicles driving by. Pretty sure they're not coming for me. The other gate was tied shut and I just can't be bothered dealing with stuff like that. I don't know whether it is you are allowed to go through it or not, so I'm just going to follow this trail, see where it goes. We are heading back in the general direction of the village, so maybe I'll come close to another trail that I can pick up. If not, we'll have to go somewhere else. Still a cracking view. Absolutely cracking view. Come on. No? Refuse. What about now? Now there's dirty. There's some now? Yeah. Figured as much. You filthy hound. So this trail then, it basically just runs down parallel to the one we walked up. So, at least we know the way back. It is just after 2. If we head back now, we'll probably get back about 3, but I don't want to go straight back. I'd rather spend a bit more time out. My foot's not too bad. My boot is wearing slightly on the back. It's uncomfortable. I wouldn't say it was painful, not at this stage. So it is, but it is good that we are heading back in that general direction. So I don't know if you remember the really steep path we saw on the way up, just after we saw those elderly cat crossing signs. Well, that's this. And it is hurting my knees. That's the thing. Sometimes going up is well there. Sometimes going up is easier, certainly on the knees anyway. You do have to be more careful going down as well, because one small mistake and boom, twisted ankle. Yeah, so my knees are probably going to be a bit sore tonight. So that's where we were just now. Headed back into the village, across the river, and I've just seen on the map there's a loop. So we're just going to walk up this lane, back around, and then come back to the campsite from the other direction. It's probably about another mile and a half maybe, just to add to what we've done today. I've done my steps. I'm currently up to 13,000 and a bit steps. Did 22,000 something yesterday. I'll have to have a look to see if you can get, well, I know you can get one for the dog, but have to have a look to see if what ones you can get for the dog, because he must do so many every day. I wouldn't be shocked if he did like 30,000 steps a day. And he's only got little legs as well. Little tiny legs. See what I got to put up with? Not only was he trying to eat the poo, he was also trying to eat the fly that was on the poo. Come on. Oh, there you go. You'll carry that, won't you? You won't carry a stick. You'll carry poo though. In case anyone doesn't know, I don't know, maybe you don't have them where you are. A ford is a trail through a river. So depending on how high the river is, it might be very, very dangerous to cross it. Well, I'm guessing this isn't it. I'm guessing this is a small one before the main one. But you never know. Hello, Mr. Pig. Now, I did see a while back some sort of metal bridge shaped object, and I hoped it was the one to cross this river, but I couldn't tell because I saw a car as well and I wasn't really sure. So anyway, so this is the ford. If you're brave enough, you can drive through, and as you can see from the tyre tracks, someone obviously has. And then that is the footbridge across it. Cool. And that tree over there looks like some sort of sea monster. You have a drink or what? So we saw a pheasant earlier. Hopefully I got it on camera. I've realised now that that really horrible screeching noise that I've been hearing for the past couple of days is in fact the noise that pheasants make. Come on, let's go across the bridge. Litter, because humans are trash. I couldn't tell you what my favourite animal is, but I certainly could tell you what my worst favourite animal is, and that's humans, because we are trash. This is a nice bridge. Considering how much footfall it gets, wow, they've spent a fortune on this. Red phone box in the distance, you don't see them very often. Well, that is a good bit of luck having this footbridge, because we'd have had to have walked back, which is probably another mile and a half, and I know Cheddar's knackered. I'm starting to get a bit tired, and I think I'm ready to go back to the campsite and crack open a beer. Well, looky what we got here. Look who's back. Look who's been trying to raid my tent whilst we've been gone. Oh. The thing is, I bet that dumb bird will be back in about 10 minutes anyway. Just got back to the campsite. Cheddar's having a nice lay down. I've put him over there because in case that hen comes back, he can chase her away, or at least stop her coming down this way. I've just taken my boots and my socks off, give my feet a nice airing. There's no one nearby, so that's fine. I don't know what it is with this dog. I only went to the toilet. I was gone 5 minutes. He's got mad separation anxiety. Trouble is, every time I try and smooth him, he wants to start biting me. So the woodpecker's back, but this time he seems to have a friend. There's two distinct knocking noises, and they are a different pitch. So there's obviously a different sort of density of wood for the tree. So I don't know if they'll do it again. One just did it now. Check out my Iron Man mug, my Iron Man glass as well. It's pretty cool, huh? It's like Les Stroud, the Survivor Man, says, if you haven't got to stand up, sit down. If you haven't got to sit down, lay down. So I'm just doing what Les says. Laying down. Alright, Cheddar. I don't know if it's picking that up, but there seems to be a lot of gnats just ahead of me. But yeah, I don't know. Let me go in a bit closer. So I'm gonna have to spark the fire up. The smoke will get rid of those. So Cheddar's over there. He's just been on a bit of a barking spree. He's shut up now. Don't know what that was about. So anyway, I'm gonna spark the fire up, and then we can sort out some food. So we got some food on the go. So I've got some beef in the pan there, and then on those skewers I've got some beef and some parsnips and some carrots. I don't like a lot of veg, but those are some of the veg I do like. So let's have a look. So what other veg do I like? Potatoes, you know that. I've eaten some of that this weekend or this week. What else? So just eating some of my beef. Very nice. So I'm trying these then, and you know, not bad at all. I had the first one. Beef good. Slightly burnt, but you know. Carrot good. Beef again. So we already know beef is good, right? So we'll leave that to one side. And parsnip. Parsnip very good. Cheddar's just tucking into his broth. I'm about to tuck into. It's the dingo, mate. So this is, again, it's another kit beer. Again, it's from Wilkinson's. If you're from the UK, you'll know who they are. And this is their special edition Australian IPA. Just boiling up another little bit of water so I can do the dishes, and then after that, then obviously clean the pan as well. I'll boil up some more water so I can make myself a thermos flask, and that'll see me all through the night. So if I do wake up in the middle of the night and I need a warm drink, I've got one. So this is the dingo, mate. Oh yes, Bonza. Oh, fair dinkum. Stroof. I mean, Stroof. I can't do the accent. Better sound like a flaming galah. See, you guys never see him like this. You never see him shouting at like random things, like really far away. Well, finally I've got it on tape. Everyone's like, oh look, he's so well behaved. No, he's not. He's not. He's not. I'm just boiling up some water so I can make myself a quick cuppa. Cheddar's over there. He's not very well this morning. He's I won't be too graphic, but you know, I will. So yeah, it was coming out both ends. He seems okay now. I'll make sure he's got plenty to drink. Strictly dry food for him now. He hasn't had anything really that he shouldn't have,
but probably he's had too much of what he has had, if that makes sense.
Alright then guys, I'm all packed up. No rubbish, nothing. Slightly scorched bit of grass, but that's fine. Cheddar's feeling better. He's done his poo is good now. It's good as normal for him. Yeah, so I kind of figured out what happened. So obviously Cheddar was ill. Then I went to make my breakfast and I noticed that I'd forgotten to put the sausage meat back in the cooler yesterday, which meant I must have put it back in the normal food bag. And then when I looked in there, it was gone. Well, the empty wrapper was still there, but the actual sausage meat was gone. So I'm guessing. Do you know anything about that, Cheddar? No. I did use some baking sheets in there, some baking, what do you call it, baking paper, to separate the meat as well, because in case it thawed and got a bit gooey. So if I start seeing bits of baking paper in the garden sticking out of some poo, I think we know who our culprit is, and that'll explain why he's not been well. But yeah, I think we're gonna go for a quick walk down to the river like we went the other day, and then we're gonna shoot off. Really enjoyed the last couple of days. Cheddar's had a good time camping. Brought way too much stuff, but that's fine. I can always bring less stuff next time. This is called the IRFON campsite in Llangammarch. I'll put a link to the pitchup website for this site in the description if anyone's in the UK and they wanna visit. But yeah, we're gonna go for a bit of a walk. I'll see you later. Managed to catch the shop whilst it was open. It's a very small village. Shop doesn't open for very long. It must close at midday every day. But I had a good look around. It wasn't a big shop, but they've got a decent amount of stuff in there. So it means next time I come, I don't need to bring so much. I can get some stuff there. So that's cool. So just enjoying a generic orange lollipop. The advertising outside kind of lied as to the range of ice cream and lollies that they had, so I just went with something that you know. Yeah, I had a great couple of days. I hope you enjoyed watching. Maybe we can make a regular thing of this, camping with Stu and Cheddar, Ched Ventures, Ched camping. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.